What's good, Melanin Warriors? Today we're talking about Huey P. Newton, co-founder of the Black Panther Party in the 1960s. Let's go ahead and jump into this one, man. Let's get it.
Stand for something, you gonna fall for anything. Melanin Warriors. Let's go. M-E-L-A-N-I-N. Warriors. M-E-L-A-N-I-N. Warriors. M-E-L-A-N-I-N. Warriors. Melanin Warriors. Melanin Warriors. I shade all my kings and queens. Melanin Warriors. Either you stand for something or fall for anything.
So Huey Percy Newton was born on February 17, 1942 in Monroe, Louisiana, to Walter Newton and Armilla Johnson. His family later moved to Oakland, California, where Newton spent most of his childhood. Growing up in Oakland, Newton experienced firsthand the racial injustices and discrimination prevalent in the American society during the 1940s and the 1950s. Despite these challenges, he excelled academically and showed an early interest in activism and social justice. So Newton attended Oakland Technical High School. Shout out to Oakland Technical High School, where he was an exceptional student. He displayed a keen intellect and a passion for learning, particularly in subjects like history and law. After he graduated from high school, Newton enrolled at Merritt College, where he met Bobby Seale, with whom he would later co-found the Black Panther Party. So in 1966, inspired by the civil rights movement and the teachings of Malcolm X, Newton and Seale founded the Black Panther Party for self-defense in response to police brutality and systemic racism. The party aimed to challenge police violence against highly melanated people and empower the highly melanated communities through education, self-defense, and social programs, like we mentioned last episode, talking about the Black Panthers as a whole. The Black Panthers adopted a militant stance, openly carrying firearms and monitoring police activities through their Cop Watch initiative. So, basically what they would do, and y'all seen all the pictures, y'all seen all the videos, they had their shotguns and everything like that. And they were just, patrolling their neighborhood, protecting their own, not only from the police, mind you, but from anyone who would want to do anything negative to impact the highly melanated community, man. They was just on point with all of that. They were strict. They had strict rules. And, they didn't play that. So as one of the co-founders of the Black Panther Party, Huey Newton emerged as a prominent leader and spokesperson for the organization. He articulated the party's ideology of Black nationalism, or like I like to say, highly melanated nationalism, self-determination, and socialist principles. Newton's leadership was instrumental in shaping the party's policies and strategies, including its 10-point program, which we talked about on last episode also, which this outlined the Panthers' demands for social, economic, and political equality. Newton's activism and the Black Panthers' confrontational approach often brought him into conflict with law enforcement and government authorities, of course. In 1967, he was arrested and charged with the murder of Oakland police officer John Frey during the shootout. The case garnered widespread attention and became a rallying point for the civil rights movement. Newton's trial and subsequent conviction sparked protests and calls for his release. The activists argued that he was being persecuted for his political beliefs. So during this time also, with police brutality and everything like that, it was kind of like, fit the description, basically. You know what I'm saying? There was really no hardcore evidence that Huey P. Newton murdered this officer or whatnot, but he was in the wrong place at the wrong time, I guess, or that was just an excuse for them to go ahead and pick him up. So despite his incarceration, Newton continued his education and activism behind bars. He studied law and philosophy, earning a bachelor's degree from the University of California, Santa Cruz, and a PhD in social philosophy from the University of California, Santa Barbara. Throughout his time in prison, Newton remained committed to the principles of the Black Panther Party, advocating for the rights of incarcerated individuals and working to address issues of systemic injustice within the criminal justice system, which, if everybody watches the news and you pay attention, I don't like to use the word woke or whatever, but you already know how the criminal justice system has been for the highly melanated people. I mean, you get more time than anybody else. I mean, there's a huge amount of highly melanated people that are incarcerated for minor offenses. And I know this firsthand also because I was a correction officer for 2 years. So I've seen it, and it's still going on till today, y'all. So after his release from prison in 1970, Newton resumed his leadership role within the Black Panther Party. However, internal conflicts and external pressures from law enforcement and government agencies took a toll on the organization. In the following years, the Black Panthers experienced decline and fragmentation, and this led to Newton's eventual expulsion from the party in 1974. So despite the challenges he faced, Huey Newton continued to be involved in activism and community organizing until his tragic death on August 22nd, 1989 at the age of 47. His legacy as a revolutionary thinker, activist, and leader of the Black Panther Party endures, inspiring future generations of social justice advocates to challenge oppression and fight for equality, which we're still doing today. I don't really vibe with the Black Lives Matter movement because, I mean, for whatever reason, but there are some that are actually fighting for change for the highly melanated people, whether it's criminal justice reform, mental health, all sorts of things they're continuing to fight for. Shout out to y'all. Y'all put some in the comments. Let me know how I can participate and be down. Huey P. Newton's contributions to the civil rights movement and his unwavering commitment to the struggle of highly melanated liberation continue to resonate today, making him a towering figure in American history. You guys join me next week as I talk about his counterpart, Bobby Seale. Peace and blessings, my people. I shake.
Something you can fall for anything. Let's go. Warriors. 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 We melanin warriors.